So just a quick update on the claim forms I submitted to MIPFA last week. And then also what I'd like to do is just go through the list of unclaimed benefits. So this 42 billion or 52 billion, 80 billion, it's a moving target really, because your benefit doesn't stay the same all the time with the market movements or the calculations by the actuaries, and so on. So yeah, my name is Carol Lindsay, also known as Kit. In the first episode I went through just the process of me submitting my husband's claim form to MIPFA, and I promised to keep you up to date and trying to help you through the process. So yeah, if you haven't checked that out, go back to the first episode of Taming the Unclaimed Benefits. This is the second episode. And just the update on my husband's claim forms. The courier did come and pick it up, and MIPFA did confirm receipt of the claim forms, the actual claim forms that I sent off with the courier. And we take it from there. The process normally is to know what the benefit is. Because it's a defined benefit fund, I'm assuming that the administrator is going to get the actuaries to calculate the benefit once again. And then once they've got the benefit, they're going to apply for a tax directive and take it from there. So I think it's going to take a lot longer than a normal retirement fund claim, whether it's a withdrawal or retirement or retrenchment and so on. There's no last contributions that need to be received by the fund. This is 20 years ago. So that's that so far. And then with regards to this unclaimed benefit list, if you want to call it, so there's a central database of unclaimed benefits. And the FSCA, which is the old FSB, the Financial Services Board, the FSCA is the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. FISCA, they're also called FISCA. Some people abbreviate it and pronounce it FISCA. They've got a central database of unclaimed retirement fund benefits. So what is that? Every single administrator of a retirement fund, and I'm assuming it's majority of them, I'm not too sure whether none of them have submitted, but majority of them have submitted lists of unclaimed benefits that they have on their records. So whether it is a Liberty, whether it is an Allan Gray, because they've also got pension provident funds, whether it is Old Mutual, MIPFA, Sanlam, you name it, they've all got lists. Alexander Forbes, and it's not just the umbrella funds, it's the standalone funds. It could be surplus apportionments, unclaimed benefits being people have actually left their employers and didn't know that they actually contributed to a pension fund, or the company closed their doors and they thought, there goes my benefit with the company. Contributions were paid across to the funds by the employers, fortunately, but this is going back years and years, decades, just like in the case of my husband. So he worked for 4 different employers. They all deducted contributions off his salary, so pension fund contributions in this case, paid it across to MIPFA, the Metal Industries Retirement Benefit Fund. Metal Industries Benefit Fund Administrators. So what they did was they also, when they deduct contributions, they send schedules, and sometimes they didn't. Now it's compulsory for administrators or employers to send lists or schedules of contributions of how the contributions need to be allocated to the members' records. So if they pay across 100,000 Rand, they have to show which members, which employees are this for, is this for? And with the ID number, and so it's very, very strict, and they've got a monitoring person on the fund that is held accountable if they don't pay across the contributions in terms of Section 13A of the Pension Funds Act by the 7th of the month. So there's very strict regulations now. Back then, there wasn't as strict regulations as there is now. So employers paid across contributions, didn't send proper contribution schedules, didn't include the ID numbers, made up fictitious dates of birth, and so on. So what has actually happened, as I mentioned, people left their companies, they didn't claim their benefits, and these benefits remained with the administrators. So in this specific case with MIPFA, and MIPFA is a big fund, and they're sitting with 15 billion of unclaimed retirement fund money. So of the 42 billion, they are sitting with of unclaimed retirement fund monies.